Hey everyone, I'm Erin Bassett, and today I'm going to share with you how to create this different type of wreath. And we're going to be using a wooden sign and some vinyl. So to get started, you're going to take a 12 by 12 piece of that white vinyl, and this is just craft vinyl, and you're going to put it on to your mat. And if you are using a brand new mat, use a low tack mat so you can peel it back up. So I'm going to go into patterns, and then I'm going to click on this icon right here with that Eiffel Tower on it, and then scroll down, and the icon that has that donkey, click on that one. And then you're going to scroll down and find that floral wreath. There it is. Okay, so now we want to resize this. So my sign is 11 inches, so I'm going to make this 10.5 inches wide. So just hit that plus button until you get to 10.5 wide and set. And then you're going to go ahead and click OK, and then select cut. And now I want to make sure that I have my half cut on. So if you don't already, click on that wrench and scroll down to half cut and make sure it's turned on. And then click OK and then start. So I'm going to have this cut out and fast forward through it. But that half cut, that'll cut only through the vinyl layer and keep the backing intact. So that's really important to do whenever you're working with vinyl or with heat transfer vinyl. So now I'm going to hit OK and unload. And now I'm going to put some dark pink and light pink pieces, these are about 5 inches, onto my craft mat. And I'm going to use a scraper to be able to make sure they stay on there pretty well, since I'm using a low tack mat for these ones. And that scraper, Brother makes it, it's super handy. Now make sure that when you are inserting your mat into the machine that you're resting it up against that right side bumper, and that'll help you get it in there nice and smooth. So hit load to load that on there. Okay, so now let's go into ScanNCut Canvas, and you need to download this free pattern, and then I open up into ScanNCut Canvas workspace and use ScanNCut Transfer to send it over to my ScanNCut. So then I can click Retrieve Data from the internet, and voila, there's my design on my ScanNCut DX. So I am only going to do one of these at a time. So you can see there's the banner and then the Happy Easter words. So if you click on Edit and the trash can, that will delete whatever one is selected. So I'm going to be working with the banner first. And I need to make 2 banners because I'm going to be using the outline of it and the inside part of it. So I go to Edit and then Object Edit. And I need 2 of these, so I'm going to click on the plus button and make sure there's 2 of those and click OK. So there's my 2 banners. And now I can click OK, OK. And now I want to hit that scan button and then start. And that's going to scan in my whole mat, and so that way I'll be able to see both the dark pink and the light pink and be able to move my banners exactly where I need them to go. Okay, so that's just about done being scanned. There it is. And I got pretty close at putting my banners where I need them. I just need to drag that bottom one down a smidge. I think I'll move that top one a little bit too. So once I get them in position, I can click OK and select Cut. And then go ahead and hit Start. So now I hit OK and unload and take it over to my table. And now I need to weed these out. So you just need to take off the negative parts of the vinyl. So for the dark pink, I'm going to use that as my outline and then use the light pink as the inside of the banner. And then I need to weed out all of this for my flower wreath right here. So there's big pieces and little pieces of it, but this pick tool that Brother makes is really handy for getting those tiny ones. So it just kind of scrapes them right off. Okay, well, now we need to do the Happy Easter part. So hit your home button to go home, and you want to retrieve that data again. Do it the same way that you did the last time. And now you're going to delete the banner because we've already done that part. And so just go ahead and hit edit and then hit that trash can to delete it. And then hit OK, OK, OK. And then again, you're going to select cut. And you need to load in your mat, and this one is going to have just a little bit of white on there. So I used about I think it was a 3x7 piece, or maybe it was 4x7 piece of white vinyl. And so you just want to load that on there, and then you can hit start. So I'm going to weed that off just like I did the others. And, you know, when you have really thin letters, it's really helpful to go slow so you're not accidentally sticking the vinyl that you're taking off against the vinyl that you want on there. So just go slow and it'll just come off like butter. Okay, so now I'm just going to weed out the center of all those little letters. And now I'm going to be ready to put this all together. So I need to get some of the grid vinyl paper, and I used about 11 by 11 size of that. And you just want to remove the backing of it and then put it on to your flowers. And the way I do this is I just fold up one side so I don't have this big, piece that's hard to move around. And then I just smooth it down so it's on there nice and flat. So you're going to want to burnish this on next, and I use that scraper again to do that. It works really well. So just scrape along there. You can use a spatula too if you have your ScanNCut spatula. And then you're just going to want to peel it off nice and slow again, making sure that your vinyl is attached to your grid paper or to your transfer paper. Okay, so it's on there. Now we can put it onto the wood sign. So you just want to center it on there exactly how you want it. And again, use that scraper to be able to burnish it onto the wood too. And that'll make sure it's adhered nice and well. And then you're going to do the same thing, remove the transfer tape. So if you get anything that's a little tricky to get off, that it's wanting to stick to the transfer paper, just take your time with it, burnish it again, and try to lift it off. Okay, so for the banner, you want to start off by cutting down your transfer tape so it's not so big. You can reuse that same piece if it's still nice and sticky. And you can just go ahead, place it right on top of the outer border. We're going to do the dark pink first, and then burnish it, lift that off, And now we're going to put it on top of the light pink. And you need to take your time here and be able to line it up to exactly how you want it. And then we're going to burnish that again and then peel off both of those layers. And then once you have it on there, you just want to again slowly lift that off. And now we're ready to put that onto our sign. So the great thing with the transfer tape being clear is you can see exactly where you want it to go. So, move it around, get a feel for exactly where you want it, and then stick it down. Again, you want to burnish over that and then just slowly remove it. So be careful that it's not stuck to any of the other vinyl that you've put down, and just slowly take it off. Okay, last we need to put on that Happy Easter. So I cut down my transfer tape again, and again, same process, burnishing it and then lifting it off of there and then sticking it onto my sign and burnishing again and then removing the transfer tape. So the last part that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of bling on this. So I took some adhesive rhinestones and I'm just putting those in the centers of the flowers. And voila, all finished. For more information about ScanNCut, visit ScanNCut.com. And for more ideas and inspiration, visit erinbassett.com.